to crack here tonight.
First time all year, it's a different line starting for the Big Green. Jack Silverberg, Nathan Moore, Nikita Nikora will get the start. Sam Alfano, Logan Morrill, Noah Powell out there forward line for Arizona State as we are underway.
In terms of a really strong group of underclassmen for head coach Reed Cashman, and youngsters already picked up 6 goals this season.
Turnover results in a shot for Cleves. Back to the point, CJ Foley there holding. He'll work his way around one-man Nash. Foley still holding the puck. Foley threw on it in front. Cleves bangs at it, and Hasley has it covered on the face-off of the Dartmouth offensive zone. As CJ Foley trying to set up something early on here. He's gone 3. Intercepted. Nikora has it with Silverberg. Nikora shoots. Saved by Hasley, and he's got it covered up. Nikita Nikora just lost a little bit of an edge as he came into the offensive zone. That slowed the play down, but they're back behind the goal. Checked by Shank, the Big Green. With the turnover, Krause a shot. That's knocked down in front. Great stick work by Cullen Potter. Now Grable shoots, and a save made as Cummings there for a deflection. Not zone. Hank Cleves puts the brakes on. Cleves stays with it. Ground low to Stavrov for a shot, which hit the outside of the goal.
Hasley had that suck there defensively, but plenty of work in between.
McRae tried to line up Shimmick, who danced past him. Now the Big Green with it once again. Brock Cummings will play dump and chase. Actually, dump and change is the game going on here as the Big Green will get the top line out there once again. Now to the offensive zone. Alfano. He lost the puck, has it back though in the faceoff circle. Morrell. Holding the puck, back to the points. Kept in there, and a shot, save made, rebounds loose. Another save, and it's put into the rebound. The goal scored. Coming in from the point, from the side, Noah Powell. And Powell opens the scoring for ASU. It's 1-0.
Well, there really hasn't been much in this first period as of yet for the Sun Devils, but they're able to get a shot through from the point after Alfano made the play to steal it along the boards. Shot from Bozer gets through. Clark, 2 great saves. The second one, his best on Morrell, but nobody there in a white sweater could pick Powell up. It rattles off the pile in front. Clark with that.
Matter to the Sun Devils this year. Who scores first? They're just going to play their game.
Well, there's Powell, the goal scorer, who's on the receiving end of a hard-working shift.
Backhands there. Stefanik toward the goal. We have a penalty coming up here, a hooking call. Big Green will get the first power play off that face-off win with Stefanik crashing the net. And it'll be Tucker Netties. You can already tell. Big Green have yet to cash one of theirs in. Maybe here with McDonald. So he drops that off. There's a shot and a save by Hasley. That was fired by Morin. Or rather, I guess it was Morin. Out come the Sun Devils. Good speed into the offensive zone by Lucius, trying to get by Foley. Dropped it off for a shot. Save made twice from Cullen Potter as Clark had to deny him a second time. Kipke shoots, deflected. That's up and out of play. Wow,
start getting those shots through onto the net.
Lucius behind the goal. Tried to center that. Hank Cleves was there to lift the stick of Shimmick. As Hank Cleves now for the Big Green. The center ice had his pocket picked, but his line mate McDonald flipped that in off the dasher. Justin Kipke behind the goal. Lucius slowed down by Grable. Big Green with the puck. They tried to center that to Stavrov, who's always looking for an opportunity. Here's McDonald in again. Stavrov scores! There he is again, Hayden Stavrov. Lighting the lamp in Hanover, his 14th of the season, and we're tied at 1.
Well, he snaps his long point drought of only 2 games with a crucial goal here as this first period ticks down, just over 6 minutes to go. Mentioned how everybody contributes on this line, and that includes the senior Cam McDonald, who's able to win a puck out high and not allow the Sun Devils to break out. Steps past his man, Tucker Ness, and then just holds that puck on too long.
This team, along with Kyle Samoan. Nikora off the giveaway. Back to Silverberg. Centering fast. He tried to set that up in the. Now Schelling. Schelling still with it. Got knocked down. Foley had gone to the goal. He was Lucius down, and that'll be a penalty once the Big Green touch the puck, which they will do here. And that will mean a fresh sheet of ice for the Sun Devils to have their first power play of this contest to start. Pretty good power play at 24.3% on the season. Cruz Lucius, the guy to look at. He has got 5. Gets through to Potter. He'll set up in the offensive zone. Shellberg. Shimmick walking in from that right point position. Potter back to Shellberg again. Screen set up in front by Samoan. Shelburne. Shimmick, good pass to Potter and a save made. Rebound free. Clark doesn't see it, but it is underneath him, luckily for the junior goaltender, because Samulin was right there with 4x6 to shoot at if he found that puck.
Really good movement.
Set up in the power play. 40 seconds gone. And a Cora Minor. Shelburne to Shimmick. There's a shot. Great save by Clark as he went side to side to get in position to make that save. Fired on goal by Cruz Lucius, and again, he is the leading power play goal scorer on this team.
You see what
Stavrov, Powell into the offensive zone. He's checked by Foley. Now Morrell tried to center. Keane at the point, shoots through traffic. That was blocked by Nakora. Stavrov tried to wheel up ice, couldn't do so. There's a shot and a glove save made. The rebound blast. And Cleves, great pass by the junior defenseman. Cleves walking in. Drop that off to Stavrov, who shoots, foiled by Hasley. Not a guy you want to leave open, however. McCray with a shot. That deflects high and out of play. Pass off the woodwork to McDonald. That was broken up. Lucius. Shimmick walking in alone. Save made. Rebound. Kicked on goal. Great save by Rowan Clark. One of his best, not just tonight, but of the season.
Oh, and Shimmick finally able to get himself free there on a marvelous pass from ear to ear.
Oh, I would think so. Lucius again. Small. Shimmick put that toward the goal. Point blank save. The puck is loose, but the whistle kills the play, much to the chagrin of Cruz Lucius.
Well, as we talked about earlier, Rob, in this second period, pucks have been changing angle.
Yank for a shot. Good wrister, good velocity, but off target. Now Kraus tried to put that in front to Shank. Shank still with it as Kraus knew the hit was coming and tried to make that play anyway.
Another crunching hit, that time Tucker Ness.
Kraus, none the worse for wear. Trying to get out of the way of Sam Court. Lucius with it again. Here's Potter. Drops ahead. Here they come. A shot by Ness. He scores. Tucker Ness, his first of the season. His first ever. And the Big Green now down 2-1 on a snipe by the senior defenseman.
Well, he laid the boom back in his own zone, crunching Alex Kraus, and then finds himself all of a sudden up on the wing. And for the senior out of Plymouth, Minnesota, he was a player last year, Rob, who when this Arizona State team was shorthanded, doubled up as a forward for them, played a little bit of wing.
Sees in the offensive zone for the Big Green. Keane slowing down Shank behind the goal, centering pass. Trying to stuff that home twice was Cummings. It's loose on the doorstep and finally blown dead as Hasley made at least one save there and probably two.
Oh, certainly multiple whacks there for the Big Green, who finally here in this second period caused some commotion around the Sun Devil net. Brock Cummings.
Van pocket pick, Cleves with the puck now for the Big Green. Kind of got a little bit hesitated as far as what he wanted to do with that, but it's going to work out for Dartmouth anyway as that shot fired at a tough angle by Stavrov, and the net's off its moorings as Hasley kept going in reverse into the goal. Down the ice, but not out. Maybe one more chance for the Big Green if they get the shot off, and they did. And that'll do it for period number 2, that last opportunity by Andrew Clark just off the bench. The only goal in the second period, the first ever for Tucker Ness. Let's get set to go in this third period. Logan Morrell taking the face-off against Nathan Morin for the Big Green, and we are underway.
Try and jab it away. Almost put it right back onto the stick of, I believe, Cam McDonald.
Silverberg's got some space. Silverberg in. Was tied up well by Justin Kipke. Was in hot pursuit. Big Green can't vacate the zone. Logan Morrell drop that off. Dartmouth with it. They turned it over in front. Puck in the blue paint.
Clark's got it.
And Rowan Clark does indeed have it, somehow finding that in a pile of bodies.
And again, exits proving to be more and more difficult for the Big Green, who want to get up ice with all 5 guys attacked.
Won't be an icing either. Foley behind the goal was slowed down back there. And it was Powell who was rushing. Stefanik has some space. Has to wait for some help too. Grabel's there, but the forwards now arriving. Stefanik tried to center that. He almost got lucky and banked that off Boser into the net. There was some space there. But it hit the side of the goal.
Hasley did well to not pull completely off of the post there.
Lucius in for a shot. Clark in great position for the save. Now it's Cullen Potter back to the point. Shimmick got rid of one man. There's Potter's shot. He scores. He picked the top corner And that might be the backbreaker for Dartmouth. It's 3-1 Arizona State.
Well, you knew if the Sun Devils were going to come in and try and upend the Big Green here at Thompson Arena, they were going to have to lean on that top trio. And of course, it's Shimmick setting it up, getting around the sprawled out Clark, who tries to take one passing lane away. Shimmick back out high, and you see why Cullen Potter was a first-round pick.
Trying the stretch pass to Nakora. He was covered well by Powell, but Nakora trying to shed him, got away. Silverberg in front, trying to jam it home. It's loose. Silverberg still with it. On the back end, trying to set up Stefanik, and he could. Some nervous moments there, as another goal will certainly seal Dartmouth's fate. Nakora.
Got to get on the same page here, fellas.
Big Green disorganized, but Nakora makes a nice move, and out he comes. Nakora into the offensive zone, a wall of Sun Devils there at the blue line. Now Cam McDonald wrapped that around, but Powell's the only one there. Couldn't clear it, however. Now a chance for the Sun Devils as they break it up. Down the ice, it's a goal. That'll do it. Logan Morrell seals the game for the Sun Devils with 2:21 to go.
And the Big Green again running into trouble managing the puck. Not executing nearly to the level that they need to be in this third period, down now by a pair. They were fumbling around with it in their own zone. They were able to get a rim around and get a puck in deep, but Powell for 2 seasons, but the youth on the back end has been just as noticeable here tonight.
Here's Morin in. Big Green looking for a goal here at the end. And it's loose in the blue paint, but squirts wide. Kipke will clear. Action Whitehead. His fourth line's been very good for the Sun Devils all night long. Morin drops that back off. Whitehead with it again. Centering pass has a man in front. A backhand just wide. It was there for Waldron. Here's a shot. They score. Kipke gets one late. With 0.6 seconds to go, Justin Kipke makes it 5-1.
A little extra salt in the wound here. Right before the buzzer, as I believe, Rob, this is going to be another friendly fire goal as Kipke cocked and loaded there at the point. Here's the near miss. Waldron trying to go upstairs on the backhand. Tough play to try and finish off. He was a playmaker during his days with the Miami Redhawks, and that drive from Kipke definitely ticked off a stick on its way through up and over Clark as the Sun Devils put on a clinic here in this third period, scoring 3 times while holding the Big Green to only 5 shots on net.
The good news for the Big Green is they get to go right back at it and get some revenge in less than 24 hours. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, these same 2 teams will do it again, but today